Wow. Wow. Lightning quick. Game over. And I have a lot I wanted to give in the earlier video, but you've got to see it through. You've got to see it all unfold. Donald J. Trump is on an airplane right now. Finished supper. Bam. Back to the United States. It was all released anyway on these issues, but I have so much more to go through. So much. I've just been chomping at the bit to give to everybody. Part 2 video, and it came quick. As I told everybody last night, if the G7 meeting even sees its fruition. Now, Donald J. Trump signed the UK deal he already ratified. All other 6 members have the most tremendous sanctions in all of the world. The G7, G6 of them highly sanctioned, and European Union as well too. Remember what I said in my first video? Leads me to this video. Final finale. Wasn't sure. I wanted to make sure Trump was on that plane, of course. Won't sign for Iran and Israel. Won't sign for Russia, Ukraine. Easily predicted. Done like dinner. He even wanted other members of BRICS to come to that meeting. He wanted that. Canada, no way. None of the members, no way. They've all teamed up and they're going to teach Trump a lesson. America has 105 trading partners. The G6 of those 7 are nothing to Donald J. Trump and the United States of America. Doesn't matter, Republican or Democrat alike. They don't make the money, as Trump stated. He's on an airplane, he's gone. I'm not doing your mandates. Canada, you got 30 days. But folks, now that that's done, it's seen fruition. I called it out more than 48 hours ago. Done. In the last 24 hours, done. 2 Twitter spaces, I go into that. I even say clearly they're recorded. If it's even going to see the whole G7 summit, it'll be ended early. I can guarantee you that. And it happened. Now, the big news was Chief Stephen Crowchild, Treaty 7, a minor chief, wearing his headdress in defiance of Trump. I have tagged all of the members on the Canadian side of a treaty border that is older than your treaties with the Crown. Conditional treaties of the Crown specifically for you members of Treaty 7. If you haven't gotten it yet, you are part of the Louisiana Purchase. Yeah, wars with America before, and the 13 who beat back the British bought and purchased your Treaty 7, your Blackfoot Confederacy that has a monumental amount of land just south of you on the border. Not even in your epic numbers, they have more land than you could ever imagine. In fact, you can carve out Calgary inside that land. You can carve it out and say that's America. Any damn day Donald J. Trump wants to say, you know what? I didn't sign those treaties with Canada. I certainly don't have an Indian Act. We are with the Turtle Mountain people. Those in Treaty 7 are our Turtle Mountain people, our Indian equal citizens. Any damn day Donald J. Trump wants, he can carve a huge section of Alberta out, snap of a finger. And unless Canada thinks it can declare war and defeat the United States of America, there's nothing you're going to do about it. More than that, there's nothing Charles or currently Keir Starmer is going to do about it. He just signed that trade deal in front of Mark Carney. Donald Trump got up, left, jumped on a plane. For all of you in Treaty 7, and there's more, I can go into more, but just for this G7 and that chief, Stephen Crowchild, and all members of what was the Blackfoot Confederacy, who got royal screwed out of all their land, the lowest settlement in all of Canada for the most First Peoples. You've got the absolute worst deal in all of Canada's Confederation. You got screwed. The cherished Turtle Mountain people who have massive, just south of you on the border, massive settlements, massive land back. And your numbers are epically larger than their numbers, specifically just the blood reserve. Second largest reserve in Canada. Donald J. Trump heard from Stephen today. And you know what? Nobody knows what was said because of the noise and all that. But let me tell you something, Treaty 7 Indians. You would never get a deal like the deal Donald J. Trump would give for all of you. Snap of a finger, wave of his powerful treaty wand, where he'll take your treaties away from you and bestow upon you real American citizenship, Indian citizenship, with massive land back, more than you could ever imagine on anything ever released in Canada for any of your peoples ever. In fact, they built palaces on your land, your historical land that has massive roots and significance. Head smashed in buffalo jump. No one in the United States in that realm of geology and archaeology will dispute your entitlement there, your massive history. It's there, and your peoples just south of you with tremendously more. Donald J. Trump could take that away in a heartbeat. One executive order, and there is no one anywhere in the United States or Canada to stop him. And I guarantee you, UK Charles Keir Starmer isn't going to do a damn thing. So you better all start thinking hard about what you want to do, because for you are the people in this country, Canada, that we're all in right now, who could get a deal with Donald J. Trump. And if you don't like what you're hearing from Danielle Smith, who took a page out of my book and ran after bullshitting everybody about being Trump's buddy and doing a big show, it was all a lie. It was all an epic lie. It's showmanship for all the gullibles. But for you Treaty 7 people, you can take a page out of my book, the Premier of Alberta did, and you yourselves can go to the ambassador of the United States to Canada, Pete Hoekstra, and you can set up that meeting, all of your chiefs, like the meeting I did with all of you just a few years ago, when I at least had the self-respect and decency to meet all of you and your chiefs on your terms, on your footing, with all of you across all the numbered treaties of Alberta and overlaps. I did that, and I made a promise and I gave my word, and I'm giving you this today. Donald J. Trump's on that airplane. Pete Hoekstra's your avenue. And if you ever wanted the best deal that anyone in Canada could ever get, you hold all the cards. You know how they like to use that word? I'm telling you right now, you hold all the cards. If anyone's going to get independence or get massive lands back and get real self-government, self-determination, and real massive settlement of the claims like no Canadian First Peoples could ever imagine, that's all of you. And he just flew away on an airplane, but you can get to him. You can go to Pete Hoekstra, ambassador, all of you chiefs, and you can get a deal like no other secessionist or 51st stater could ever imagine, except for the entirety of Canada. But you have the power to do that yourselves. This video is credible, real, and 100% deadly accurate. Share, share, share. Get it out to everyone you know. He holds the treaties. He holds the stroke. And he can give you a treaty like unimaginable to any other First Peoples in Canada with a wave of his presidential power. And no one can stop him. Again, no Congress, no Senate, because nobody has authority to take the power of ending treaties away from President Donald J. Trump. And you'd be the first peoples to get a deal like nobody else. And you'll be real citizens, real proud American Indian citizens, redistrict into your confederacy. A dream, kind of like my Canada, the entirety 51st state. Like my dream, that dream can be yours. This is deadly accurate. It needs to be shared. It needs to go out there. All Treaty 7 peoples need to know this. You're in the driver's seat. You're in pole position. God bless everybody. And for First Peoples, those Treaty 7, thank the Creator. That's the truth. Bye now.